Welcome back to OVN. Today we're going to talk about what happens when we use a weapon a little too much, and maybe it's a little too effective. I'm talking about the fallen guillotine, and we're talking about that four-letter word Nerf. Like and a sub would be very much appreciated. Let's get into it. So let's talk about why people use the fallen guillotine so much. It can pretty much delete any boss in seconds. Whether that be strikes or lost sectors, whatever you're running, the fallen guillotine usually is the appropriate weapon. It's used so much that even in strikes like Will of the Thousands, they're still having it equipped. All have already switched off to Sleeper Simulant or a Sniper, and there they are, still with their sword equipped. So when we have two common factors, 1, people are using it too much. 2, it's pretty much overly effective. What happens? Bungie usually nerfs that weapon. It's got its merits because we have to make sure power creep isn't a thing in this game. But to that point, the only weapon that I can think of that has escaped the nerf is the Mountaintop. Now, we're probably all aware that the Mountaintop is getting its nerf in November. Even though it's being sunset, people are still going to use it in PvP, and thank goodness they are hitting it with the Nerf hammer. I've also failed to mention how easy this weapon is to get. You probably have quite a few just sitting in your vault, and using the recaster by the Drifter, you could pretty much just keep rolling this thing until you get that exact roll that you actually want. But part of the problem with the fallen guillotine is it's going to be useful for quite a long time. I believe it's a 1360 power cap on this thing, so we're talking it's a ways down the road before this thing's going to be sunset. So just out of curiosity's sake, I decided to take a look at my tower and see how many people actually had the fallen guillotine equipped, and not just that, just swords in general. And it was quite telling. 7 of the 11 people in my tower either had a sword or the fallen guillotine equipped. What's the logical conclusion? Bungie's going to hit this with the Nerf hammer, and we're going to have to look for something different in that power slot. Now, I could be wrong about all this. Maybe Bungie's just going to bring everything else back up, but like I said a little earlier, power creep is a major problem in this game, and when you take every other weapon, just maybe even in the power slot, and you bring it up and make it more powerful, what happens is they have to either make the new bosses spongier, or they just have to let us wreak havoc in strikes, in lost sectors, and even in raids for that matter, if we can even get close to these bosses. So, the logical conclusion is a nerf is coming, so be ready for it. You might want to make sure that you've got a good grenade launcher, good rocket launcher, just anything in that power slot to take its place, because I think when they hit this thing, they're going to hit it hard. A like and a sub would be very much appreciated. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.